I've been thinking about female adult friendships lately. I guess it could be male adult friendships as well. And how, before I go any further, this isn't like one thing that's happened. It's something that's been happening over a few years that I've been thinking about. That sometimes, no, not sometimes, what I've noticed is your village is not always the same village as someone else's. Can you sit on that for a second? For example, I have one friend who I believe, I've always said she's in my top 5. For me, she's in my top 5 go-to people if there was ever some sort of crisis. I know that I am not in her top 5. I'm probably in her top 20. I've come to terms with that. Of course, she and I have never had this conversation before, but I've come to terms with that's what it is, and that's how it's going to be. Which brings me to all this, is that sometimes you think you're closer to someone than you actually are. And vice versa. I know I have had people in my life that I think that were really close, or I consider them a very close friend, only to kind of have time go by and realize, wow, that really, I maybe invested too much into that, or I'm a little bit hurt that they don't see me the same way. And in the exact same breath, I have lost friendships because I didn't realize how close we were. So, a few years ago, I had a friend who I canceled on a few too many times. And she was just, she was done with me. And I didn't realize that where our friendship was. And it wasn't so much as canceling. It was those really weird Facebook invites that would come out. And I'd find those really impersonal. And I just maybe wouldn't go to the event, or I'd say, oh, something has come up. But I didn't realize how important I was to that person, and that really hurt their feelings every time. And I find this fascinating as I get older and starting to pay more attention about who is important to you and who you are important to you. And how is everybody supposed to know that? How is someone supposed to know that you're so important to them? Like, how is someone supposed to know that I think that they're a very good friend and I consider them super close and you're not? I'm rambling, but I feel like I'm making a little bit of sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? I don't know what the moral of this is. Maybe we need to tell each other more that each other are important. Maybe we don't. Maybe in the whole scheme of things, it just doesn't matter. But has this happened to you? Have you thought that you were better friends with someone than you actually were, or vice versa?